All right, guys, how my thinking leads to eating. What if I don't lose all the weight? Or what if I don't lose weight? Those are two questions that show up, I'm sure, for a lot of you often. And I want to talk about how this idea or that thought is holding you back. Okay, so the thought of, what if I don't lose weight? What if I don't lose all my weight? Those are thoughts that are thrown out by your lower brain that are ultimately going to dismiss you taking action because it's creating a vision that there's only one reason you're doing all of this. There's only one reason you're journaling your food. There's only one reason you're drinking the water. There's only one reason that you're going for the daily walks, to lose weight, of course. Wrong. Wrong. Lower brain says this because whenever you're in a point of discomfort, emotional discomfort, physical discomfort, it really doesn't matter, it's going to try to entice you to eat the things and do the things you used to do to bring you comfort. And one of the ways it hooks you in, right, just like in previous videos we said the thing about, but it's just one candy, come on. It's the other one it uses is, but what if you don't lose weight? You know, you've got so much weight to lose. What if you don't lose weight? And what that does in a weird way is it puts a picture in your head of, man, I'm doing all this. The scale isn't budging. And I don't really see in this moment any other reason to do this, okay? So this is an important conversation to have because lower brains can't project all outcomes, okay? It's kind of like money. If you're putting right now into your 401k or you're investing for your future self, if you are somebody who is a spendaholic, right, you love spending money every time you feel discomfort, it's going to be like, that future, so far away. Let's not worry about putting into these investments this time. Let's go ahead and just spend the money, right? It's going to see it that way. But you, logically, and honestly, the money one might be easier than the food one for a lot of people. You honestly see the holes in that logic. You're like, well, wait a minute. I am going to probably be like 65 or 70 at some point, and I am going to want to stop working. So no, I'm actually going to put the money into my retirement because you see a long-term benefit to putting your money into your investments, right? Even though the lower brain is trying to urge you, and for some people, this is the struggle, by the way. Like, I have met clients that not only do they contend with eating issues, they also have spending issues as well. So what it is our lower brain has these things that it has equated with a feeling, with a feeling of relief from discomfort. For some people, it's spending, some people it's drinking, some people it's drug use, some people it's eating food, right? And every time you feel discomfort, it wants to rope you in to your old behavior, whatever that is. So your job is to understand the greater benefit of doing this. So you may want to take out a paper and pencil, write all this down. So for example, what are the benefits of doing all this? Eating fruits and vegetables, eating out less, cooking at home more, journaling your food, going for walks. There's so many I can't even begin to tell you. Like when I think about the last 10 years of maintaining my 170-pound weight loss, the discipline I learned from losing the weight helped me pay off all my student loan debt, helped me pay off my house. That discipline was learned from the journey of losing the weight. Had I never lost the weight, never gone through the process of losing the weight, the 5-year investment of my time, I would not have understood how to do the other things. So there's also all those, right? The character building, the mental resiliency and stamina, all of those. But on a totally physical level, I went from somebody who could barely walk around the block to now I tend to get somewhere between 10 and 20,000 steps a day on average, easy, because I walk all the time. You know what that has helped me with? It has helped me have high HDL cholesterol, good cholesterol, super high. I do jump rope. I do all these things. It started with a walk. Physical benefits come from you taking positive action. Nothing bad is going to happen to you If you take positive action in your life, you eat better, you walk, you drink water, you take in less alcohol, you eat less treats, you go out to eat less, it only leads to positive. Eating out less, one of my first baby goals. I wanted to start cooking at home more. You want to know how that helped me? 1, it helped me get better control over portions. 2, it helped me financially because we were blowing a lot of money on eating out. I ended up saving our family a ton of money by eating at home. Now, is that anything my lower brain's going to show me when it says, oh my gosh, you're doing all this? What if you don't lose weight? It's not going to show you your family being in a better financial position. It's not going to show that you have good good positive cholesterol. It's not going to show you 10 years out this baby walk that you're going on and where it leads you with your fitness. It's not going to show you that you have great blood pressure because you are a consistent person who exercises. It's not going to show you all that stuff. It's going to mire you into this one field of focus. Your job with the higher level thinking brain is to have already generated a list of all the positives, because this is how it'll go. You're having a bad day. You're stressed. You're overworked. You're tired. And then you're like, oh, okay. And you hear your lower brain say, what if you don't lose weight this time? I mean, like, what if this doesn't happen for you? And you're on your drive home and you had this healthy meal planned, maybe even in the crock pot, or maybe you were going to cook it when you got home. And then it's like, well, that's kind of true. I probably won't lose weight this time. I mean, if I look at my history, I've really struggled with this. All right, let me go grab the pizza and take it home. And see how that loops you back into the old pattern of doing things. Whereas if you heard that voice say, you might not lose the weight this time, or it's very unlikely you're going to lose the weight. I mean, look at your track record. You say, lower brain, I hear you. But in all fairness, so much good comes from this journey. Like, there's really no negative. Like, I could end up reducing my medication intake. I could improve my blood pressure. I could improve my cholesterol. I definitely could end up becoming way more active than I am now. I could definitely be getting in more micronutrients and healthy foods by eating more fruits and vegetables. I'm definitely saving my family money because I'm cooking more at home and we're eating out far less. I'm also learning how to moderate and build resiliency because I'm learning how to say no to you, lower brain, when it comes to obsessively eating treats and treat foods. And this is an important journey for me because nothing really negative is going to come out of this. I could have improved blood markers. I could have improved health markers. I could end up at a much healthier weight than where I am right now. See how the difference in that goes? Because what you're highlighting is, and that doesn't even get into all the money you could save by not pursuing new diets, buying shakes and supplements, getting new gadgets and gizmos, just by improving your health naturally, by doing the habits and behaviors. Over time, you save yourself money, you save yourself time, you save yourself your health. There's so much good that comes from it. There's nobody that goes, I'm drinking more water, eat more fruits and vegetables and proteins, eating less processed foods and sugars. And you know what? I feel it's a huge waste of my time. Like, people say, I feel better. Even if the scale isn't cooperating, they feel better. That's the other thing too. It's ironic. I'll have people tell me that all the time. They'll say, Heather, I've started eating better. I'm putting a fruit and a vegetable in at every meal. We're eating at home way more. I'm actually feeling better, but I'm really upset because the scale hasn't gone down yet. And I go back to, what did you just say? Well, I feel better, but the scale hasn't gone down yet. I'm like, okay, it'll catch up to you eventually. But the fact you physically feel better, think about that. If I were to bottle up feeling better and sell it on the market, you'd buy it. Think about our pharmaceuticals, right? People buy stuff all the time for all these weird ailments and problems. Have we ever thought about the fact that maybe, just maybe, eating well, moving more, taking better care of ourselves could be the cheapest pharmaceutical, and it could really have a positive ripple. And this is not even the psychological. I have worked with many individuals that are actually on medication for depression. Their doctors have told them, yes, we're going to give you the prescription. But if you could just do X amount of minutes of consistent exercise every day, it would probably work equal to this medication, or definitely complement the medication. I would have a client, she worked out every single day just because of the effect it had on her mood. So when we think about positive, healthy actions, when our lower brain is only focusing on the scale as the reason why, we have to be armed with our list of the other things that we know are equally or more so important. And we need to come back because it's going to look for a way to bring in the comfort because it cares about you. And I know it sounds, again, like it's not from that perspective, but it totally is. It cares about you. It wants to relieve momentary discomfort, doing whatever your habit is. Whether it's good for you long term or not, it doesn't care about that. It cares about right now. And your job with your higher level thinking brain is to have the knowledge of how that's not true, and two, to be really well prepared and thought out on what you would say in response to that. Like if you had to prove this in a court of law, when the lower brain says, well, yeah, but what if you don't lose weight? You know, that kind of a thing. Well, what would your response be in court? Yeah, but drinking more water helps my body. Eating more fruits and vegetables helps my body. Getting in movement every day helps my body. How is this a bad decision? It helps me financially too, because I'm not wasting so much money on diet products, and I'm not wasting so much money on eating out and going through Starbucks and da. I'm actually taking good care of myself. Just want you to think about this, okay? Because that will show up for you more than likely, and you want to be armed with what you're going to say in response. Please like and subscribe, share my videos, and let me know how I can better serve you. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.